Hello, this is day 28. So yeah, time flies. 2 more days to 30 days, which is almost a month. So I'm still coughing. Today actually I think got worse. So I may balance and see how it is with my exercise. If I get really shortness of breath, because I keep coughing out the phlegm, it's still stuck in my lungs. I didn't really take any medicine because I feel this time it's more manageable. So let's see. Okay, but still I'm still determined to exercise and FUN-xercise to actually help me keep my metabolic rate, and also the sweating actually helps me to actually feel better. Actually I feel kind of joyful when I'm exercising. So without further ado, let's start. Now it's about 9:30, so let's do until just before 10. So this new song that I added from Caravan Palace, it's quite nice, this song actually, but I'm not sure it's very workout, but well, just use it as a starter. Cool, right? The groove. I love that this melody because it has that very chill, but the beat is still there, quite consistent. But yeah, better do some stretching. Because I think yesterday I didn't really stretch, so it felt a little bit slight tingle of numbness. Yeah. As you can see, here I'm still coughing. So I'll keep it easy this time. Okay, I'm going at the pace quite slow. Wow, I've already burned so far 6,257 calories. Cycled 196 kilometers. That's for the past 25 days? 26 days, yeah. So this is day 28. So it's Tuesday. How's the week so far? Tomorrow is Wednesday, and usually they say, I'm not sure, like neuroscientists or something that I read somewhere, Wednesday usually is the most creative day of the week, where your brain creativity peak. So hopefully you'll do something creative tomorrow. Or maybe something intellectual, or some kind of planning or whatever. Supposedly. Partly I think it's also some kind of mental, just like you have the mental will. It's also something like there's a hope for those who are working 9 to 5 or like has a full-time job. You are looking forward to a few more days and it's Friday and you can relax and it's a weekend and the whole cycle begins again. So I don't know, in the past 30 plus years, wait, how many years have I worked? Since 21, I worked till 37, 37, so I've been working for 16, 20, wait, doesn't make sense. 37, started at 21, I started at 25. So I literally worked only 12. It cannot be, hold on, that doesn't make sense. 12? Oh yeah, 13, about 13 to 14 years so far, in the education, as a lecturer, and then 5 years as a tech support. But along the way, I do part-time and freelance. So it's quite burnt out with work at that time. Again, when you're young, go for it. Do as much as you can. You want to earn the money, you want to travel the world, you want to spend on things. So your lifestyle is kind of different. When you start working. But now I feel, it's a kind of midlife crisis thingy, so that's why I kind of quit my job last November, start this online business thing. Still working it out, still sorting things out, I'm still figuring things out because new perspective in life, like in this case, my fitness and stuff, I'm just very gearing towards that niche. That should I go towards the fitness industry? Should I, maybe do something that I think down the road I'll enjoy doing and have a clear conscious doing it. Because there are some things investment and some things that is business wise, it does cross a bit of ethics, a bit of consumer ethics, so to speak. Not to say yes, all the rich people, they made it because they market themselves really well, and when they probably most likely across many ethical issues, but they, I know business and ethics Seems to be a very difficult mix. Is it impossible, really? So I'm still figuring things out. So it's not an easy question. Some would say, just do it first, right? Earn the money and then leave and change. That's one possibility, of course. But it's really against certain maybe conscious or ethics and stuff like that, you know, perhaps the things you sell, the words you say, the marketing fluff you do, and stuff like that. It's not something that I enjoy or something that I feel right about. Not that I'm justice bound or some kind of law, justice to uphold. No, I'm not like a lawmaker or something, but still, there's a certain boundaries that makes who I am. Yeah. So I don't want to be hypocrite. You know, like yesterday, I had that dilemma. I saw this deal in KFC, and yet I was encouraging people, say, okay, it's a good deal, you know, why not go for it? I almost wanted to buy it, seriously, I almost did. But again, those are all marketing tactics. And I was like thinking, oh shit, I fall for it so quickly, so easily. But I just stopped myself, and I deleted the post of, you know, promoting it. So again, I should not do that anymore. You know, I do posts of food, I still do. But typically are food where they use fresh whole food and the way they cook it, you know, it's fresh. But I would still strongly advise low carbs, low sugar, cook, you know, natural foods. So it's not processed food that you're eating. So that's it. Gone are the days of instant ramen, sauces, seasoning packets. I still have them. I'm trying to finish them if I can. If not, then yeah, I know that I shouldn't, and I should just dump it out. I mean, what's more important? Obviously, your health, right? So I saw this documentary, which is a very good summary of what I've seen and read so far. It's called, I'm not sure if the company has the name, but the name of the title of this documentary is called Carbs Loaded. So you're loaded with carbohydrates. And the slogan is dying culture, dying to eat, if I'm not wrong, dying to eat. Because at the end of it, the point being, hopefully we move away from the culture of dying to eat and eat to live. Instead of, you know, you're dying to eat, that means you're like glutton and overeat. And literally you're also dying because of eating all the junk food and the processed food. So I never thought that I might say this seriously in my 30 plus years, that I'm kind of, I would say a health freak, maybe not yet, but very health conscious now. Just now I went for grocery shopping and was really buying all the whole foods because, you know, I really want to cook. Anyway, I'm really cooking it myself this few weeks and months, eating home cooked food. Since I'm at home most of the time, I have the luxury to do so, and that's the beauty and that's the health aspect, because you could control instead of overeating it. Carb laden food, which in Singapore and most of Southeast Asia, almost like 80% of the cheaper food are all carbs. If you take out all the so-called little bits of veggie and meat, it's like maybe 80-90% of the whole dish is just carbs, and you don't know what kind of carbs they use as well, you know. So could be full of gluten and lots of starch, stuff like that. So it's very starchy. So, you know, hence our belief in that food pyramid back in the 30 plus years ago is bad. It's totally wrong. You know, which is like the pyramid is such that the base majority is carbs, pasta, breads, and rice and noodles. That's totally whack. And he has shown. Obviously went up. You know, I'm the victim. Seriously, I'm one of those victims, I must say. Although I must say also, in defense, my parents when I was young, they tell me to eat less rice. And they tell me to keep eating rice. They say eat more veggies and meat. So, well, it's my fault obviously, because I really love my rice. There were times that literally 3 meals or every night I would just keep eating fried rice. Oily, saturated, and more importantly, super carb loaded. So that's why, that's a terrible thing. So changing that. Because today, I'm not still feeling well, still coughing. So I'm not going at a very fast pace. I think I'm cycling at only 14-15 kilometers per hour. Really dance. This song, Coincidence. You can really dance. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All this time, what a coincidence. Very funny song. Strong beat, not very fast, but yeah, good pace for me now. Yeah, I can feel my back slightly perspiring, I think. Yeah. So far, been about 8 minutes in. Yeah. Dance. So yeah, I'm trying to be more and more conscious about what I eat and how I eat things. Yeah. The problem is this: most people eat lots of carbs because it makes them full, but that's actually apparently a myth. Because the more carbs you eat, which are complex, refined. Is it refined or is it complex? Carbs. Basically, it makes you more empty and you feel hungry easily. So it's wrong actually. It may make you full very quickly for a short while and makes you very hungry. And you keep loading yourself and eat again. So it's terrible. It's a vicious cycle. It is an addictive food actually. So of course I'm not saying to put it in line with drugs and weeds and stuff like that and other addictive opiates. But if you think about it in terms of food, carbs are like that. It is addictive actually, quote unquote. So yeah, so if you think about it, sugars as well, addictive, that's true, quote unquote. And that we ought to regulate how much carbs and sugars, because carbs break down to the sugar. So in the end, that's why diabetic case went up, be it obese or not. And so, the new sciences have shown, it's all in the carbs. They put people on the low or no carbs diet, more fats. Apparently saturated fat is good actually. Your body are able to handle it, and you don't get inflammation in your arteries, and therefore you don't get atherosclerosis, because it's not the cholesterol. Again, that's just something new that I wasn't new, but that I only realized that cholesterol is the band-aid, as they say, it's the band-aid. You can't blame the band-aid. It's the other kind of processed food and stuff that hurts, that cause what's that word? Basically it tears the wall of the arteries, and therefore when cholesterol comes to mend it, the scab, it's like the scab of an open wound is the cholesterol. And so if you don't eat food that will cause scarring inside your blood vessels, your arteries, cholesterol will not be stuck there actually. It will just be used up. And apparently our body do make extra glucose if we need to, cholesterol as well. So counting, a few things like afraid that things high in cholesterol, that's a myth. Eating less calorie depends, because there's apparently good and bad calories. I'm trying to get to that, not yet, so I'm trying to figure out what's good and bad calories. Again, not all calories are the same, and that calorie counting is not be all and all, because it can have low calories but loaded with other unnecessary chemicals and stuff in the food, in the processed food, then that's bad as well. So calories gives a certain indicator. It's like if you as a person who's not a laborer, sedentary work and life, you don't need so much calories because you're not burning it off enough, and then you'll be loaded with extra calories, and that causes fats and stuff like that to accumulate apparently. Okay, then I need to figure out more. But apparently eating fats will lose fats. That is the biggest revelation, in our past few years and decade, I guess. Other being brainwashed that fat is fat, so eating fats will be bad, you'll get fat. It's not true. It's carbs. Because you have so much carbs, it starts storing the fats. So if you don't have carbs, it starts burning the fat. So more fats is just normal fuel for your body to burn it. So that's good. Again, there's different kind of fats. Saturated fat apparently is good. Trans fat, of course, is bad. And yeah, so need to find out more. Like cholesterol, there's good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and there's triglycerides, stuff like that, and much more. So the more we need to find out, so we know the science behind it and know what works, what doesn't work, and you can't equate something just because some people say it and it's just like, you know, hearsay. Again, it has to be backed with science facts. But they all say science fact can always be rewritten to be the truth of it, because we won't know until we actually test it out. And so far, testing has been on rodents and laboratory mice or rats, and so it's not accurate. But now it has shown over 30 years of that heavy carbs, heavy with carbs kind of diet, people are actually getting fatter, and also even not fatter people are also getting more and more diabetic. So sugars and carbs, main killer. So not natural sugars are good. They say natural sugars are okay, but again in moderation. So sugars found in fruits are okay because it makes you full, because the fruit has fiber, so you don't overeat. Whereas processed food and drinks has fructose, which is terrible and has a lot of sugar. But you don't feel full, so you keep drinking and keep eating it, and yeah, over consuming the amount of sugar that you should take. Yeah. So again, there's always, yeah, there's literally all these facts and findings, and it's all logical. All logical. So it's just that most of us just succumb to the fact that, oh, the more unhealthy food are cheaper. Very unfortunate. I mean, in fact, it's very ironic. It's like they take more time and process to do it, but yeah, it's cheaper. But because they don't use natural food don't last long. So for example, I saw in a documentary about orange juice. As you know, orange juice outside is processed, has a lot of sugar. But the whack thing is, they can put on the label outside that is natural, freshly squeezed. But none of them mention the fact that they actually put flavoring. So it's like, apparently they make a lot of the orange juice, they have to store. Oh, that's it, we spoiled. So they have a lot of orange juice they need to store. Okay, that's it. Day 28. Spoiled. So, okay, let's do with this, I think. Hopefully it works. So, yeah. Okay, so where was I? Right, so orange juice has a lot of flavorings. So what happened is, the flavoring is added towards the end, and they do not mention the pack. Although, according to the law by many nations, apparently, they need to actually declare that. But they don't. So what happened was, they squeeze a lot of orange juice, and the excess, they have to store it. In order to store it has flavor, over time it will lose its flavor. So before the package itself, they add in the flavor. So is it artificial flavoring? Yes. But they say it's the flavoring that's already found naturally in the orange. So it's ironic, right? Oxymoronic. It's like natural but not natural. So what's going on? So a natural orange, to most people who have drunk orange juices in packet, they're used to the flavor. So natural orange juice just doesn't taste as good. Or they will actually put artificial flavorings or sugar inside to make it tasty. So just don't. Just eat natural fruits. That's the best. Because you want the fibers and all the other nutrients. Eat fresh. That's the point. So hopefully you do live somewhere. Like for me, I'm very fortunate, I guess. I bought this house because it's near the supermarket and they do have fresh fruits and vegetables. Hopefully they are not heavily processed, or should I say with pesticides and stuff, because they're not technically organic. They might be GMO, as they say, genetically modified. So that's not good either. But between GMO and processed food, the lesser evil, I feel, is GMO. I mean, they're just as bad, I would say, but you still eat that because it's still fresh food, rather than processed because you add other chemicals and excessive maybe sodium or sugar and stuff inside. Yeah. So I kind of like try to finish up my remaining cereal. I'm still on the fence where the cereal has wheat my wheat is, you know, gluten. But there's two stories to it. Like gluten is bad. Well, obviously it's bad for those with celiac disease. I don't have that problem, but gluten makes me fat somehow. You know, the year that I was just having vegetarian meal, I have a lot of carbs, and a lot of the meat are mock meat, which is full of gluten, you know, and breads, and pasta, and so that's bad. That is bad. So got to take note of that. Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay, it's a bit harder to hold because now it's just a knob. You know, just a knob. Okay, gotta figure out how to fix this. Maybe I'll take a picture and show them, see if they can give a solution or send a new one or something. Yep. Sugar be true. Right. Okay, anyway. Figure that out later. As long as the whole band is still working, it doesn't drop off. Okay. Perspiring. It's good. Oh, feel the burn and the tiredness on my arms. I should do this. Stop. 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 Ooh, the burn. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm sick. Everything just half the energy than before. But again, feel good. Perspire. And just feel generally, you just feel better. Yeah. Whew. Stop. Sexy lady. Okay. 10 more minutes. I messed up. Maybe 5 minutes before, of course, let my body rest a bit more. Yeah, it's a bit hard to breathe. Not shortness of breath, but it's like because of the phlegm. So your lungs is like filled with the phlegm or mucus, and so you're not taking as much oxygen. I don't feel lightheaded. So I'll try to continue. I saw this video someone sharing the other day, like to expatriate phlegm. It's a Chinese video. So it says hold your chest and use the word "see," and basically the word vibrates. So that word vibrates your lungs, and say that vibration is enough to clear the phlegm and mucuses. Who knows? Maybe, but it's one of those urban myth, I guess. Or maybe it works for some people. Yeah, 203 kilometers so far. Oh, holding it like this way, yeah, my hand do get crampy. Because I like gripping it a fist instead of just holding it. Yeah. Fun ways, man. you know what? I'm going to put resistance band around the back here, and then goes to my hand here, and use the resistance band on the machine itself. I mean, onto the machine rather than the one that came with it. Yeah, try that later. Use my resistance band to the back here. Okay, 2 more minutes. I think end of this song, and I'll just rest really. Whew. Got it from my daddy. I don't know. Didn't really get from my daddy, I guess. Well, again, your looks and genetically, it should be from your parents though. Different culture has different belief. Like some believe that the guys will take their looks from their mom, and the ladies, the daughters, take their look from the dad. But it's not always the case, of course. Oh, cough, sorry. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, it's been 25 minutes. I'll stop now because I can feel my body. Oh, getting very tired, isn't it? Okay, that's it. That's it for day 28. See you tomorrow, day 29. 29? I don't know. I'll do 9 like this, something like that. Okay, see you. Take care. Eat well. Stay healthy. Even if you're sick, like I said, please take care of your body and be conscientious about what you eat and put inside your body as well. Okay, bye guys. Have a good night. Ciao.